everybody, and welcome back to another educational bird video to teach you how to care better for your birds. One of my subscribers suggested that I make a video about what to do if your bird lays an egg. And I thought this was a great idea because I haven't really touched upon it, and it can be a very tricky and dangerous situation that it is important to be well knowledgeable about. So keep in mind, we will be talking about if your bird lays an unfertilized egg, because if your bird laid a fertilized egg, then I'm going to assume that you purposely bred them. And if you know my standpoint on breeding, it is an absolute no. We want to reduce the amount of birds in captivity, and we do not want to continue to breed birds into captivity. We want to end this. So please, rescue a bird that already needs a home, but do not support breeders, especially unethical ones. It's important to note that not every single female bird will lay an egg. Even if you give them the perfect circumstances of a nesting box, if you were going to breed them a mate, not every single bird is fertile. Kind of like humans, where not every human can have a baby. And it's also important to note that some female birds can lay an egg with absolutely no stimulation at all. It'll just be plop, and they laid an egg just standing on a perch. They don't have a nesting box, they don't have a mate, they're not being hormonally stimulated. These things can happen. Now, it is important that if you do have a nesting box for your bird, have one for birds who are nesting birds all year round. For example, I have 2 Quaker parrots. Quaker parrots are nesting birds all year round. Budgies, for example, are migratory birds who only nest when they're going to breed. So it is absolutely unnecessary for you to have a nest for a bird that is only going to be in a nest when it needs to breed, because this is going to hormonally stimulate them to lay eggs. Quaker parrots, on the other hand, will only be breeding during breeding seasons, such as nesting seasons and hormonal seasons like we know, like spring and end of summer. Conures, for example, they live in a lot of tree hollows. They like to sleep on their belly. And so if they do, no matter what species it is, lay an egg because you have a nesting box, remove the nesting box immediately. Some of them may never lay an egg inside a nesting box and see it entirely as a little bed. Like I say, some circumstances do not help the situation, and sometimes you don't need these circumstances for the egg laying to occur. If your bird does lay an egg, the most important thing to note is that you need to remove it. A bird, when they lay an egg, their instinct is to protect it and cover it and not move from the nest until their mate brings food and they bring nesting material, so the female stays protecting the eggs. You need to remove the egg so that your bird does not stay sitting on that egg, because she will not leave those eggs to go eat or drink or do any activity, and they will literally starve themselves to death. Yes, your bird can die from laying an egg if you don't take proper precautions. The other thing too is that if your bird is laying an egg, make sure to give them extra calcium and protein supplements. You can do this by either buying the mineral supplements or giving them a proper diet and adding a little bit of scrambled egg maybe a few times a week, cooked on a non-Teflon pan, unseasoned. I usually give this to them during, molting seasons because this helps them with their molt. But this is also a great extra additive of calcium, because when they do lay an egg, the egg is covered in a layer of calcium and it uses the calcium in their body, so they will be low on some minerals. Please help them reestablish that. The dangers of egg laying can become serious when it does become egg laying syndrome or egg binding. Egg laying syndrome happens when they continuously keep laying eggs and it doesn't stop. This is not only going to harm your bird, but it's also going to drain out all of that nutrition that they have in their body. Even if you resupplemented, this is not healthy. You have to take them to the vet, make sure they're not being hormonally stimulated. You have to remove anything that can hormonally stimulate them, and you need to get their blood work checked to make sure that they aren't deficient of anything after laying multiple eggs over and over again. Egg binding is when the egg does not have enough calcium to actually leave the body, so it gets stuck inside. And a lot of the times, this will cause the bird to have a decreased amount of appetite, energy, they get sick, and then they end up dying if you don't take them into the vet on time to get surgery and get the egg removed. The other thing too is that a lot of birds might see you as their mate if you are very well bonded with them. And the last thing you want to do is stimulate them physically. Do not pet your bird anywhere below the neck. If you pet them on their back, this is how you hormonally stimulate them, and this is a way to let them know, hey, I'm interested in you sexually, which you don't want to do, because if you do this, your bird is more likely to lay an egg as well. Sometimes they don't need to be hormonally stimulated, and they will lay eggs for someone who they see as a mate to kind of let them know, hey, I'm fertile. This did happen to us with our budgie. She saw my dad as her potential mate, and she would lay unfertilized eggs for him. Keep in mind, my dad never stimulated her hormonally, never touched her below the neck, but either way, she did want to just demonstrate that to him. Laying one egg once in a while is not that serious. Like I said, just take it away, make sure that they are not protective over it. The real issue becomes when they are laying eggs over and over and over again. If you also want to help bring down that hormonal rage of laying eggs and wanting to nest, make sure that you are giving them a regulated sleep schedule. You are regulating their light intake, so they're having in between 12 to 12 hour day and night, that they are getting proper sleep. If you need to calm them down, I always find that giving them a bath or a steamy shower really helps to just relax those hormones. If they're getting very interested and sexually stimulated around you just by seeing them, just give them some time by themselves. Don't pick them up, just leave them at their cage. Just give them some alone time to just cool off, because they are very heated at the moment. So that's pretty much the most I have to say about egg laying and the advice that I can give you revolving around that. I hope this helped to answer any questions and clarify some things if you were unsure about what to do in this situation and the more dangers of the situation and what kind of to look out for. And as well, since Valentine's is coming up in the next month, if you visit our Etsy shop, we actually added some Valentine's Day punny parrot cards. Here are a few of the examples. And if you order as well, they will come with a cute, colorful envelope so that you can give it to your significant other, your family member, or anybody else who you love, because please do remember Valentine's is about love and not just having a relationship with somebody, whether you're single or involved. As well, visit our shop for cute stickers that we sell. We have stickers of pretty much almost every single bird you can find. And we have also added custom-made keychains of your parrots, so you can ask me to make any parrot that you want made into a keychain. They are made out of polymer clay, baked and varnished, so they are rock solid, so they're not gonna break. So check out our shop for so much more. We also have wallpapers and custom art prints. And thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Hit subscribe if you want to see more of us and more educational videos. If you have any other video topics that you want me to cover, please let me know in the comments down below, and I will try to get to them. I do have a very long list of videos that I do want to get through, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye!